It's surreal after all the waiting to see these cards together like this. Yeah, Metal Claws has been released everywhere, and I have one here right now. But this is the first experience I've had looking at these all together in the what I call Ultimate Red Eyes deck. Look, we got Red Eyes Black Dragon as the base, Primite to get them out there, and metalmorph to make something of them. So I will show you Ultimate Red Eyes. That's a decent start here. If I need to, I can sacrifice one of these loads, since I can only use one of them at a time. Red Dragon Archfiend. Yeah, Uvaloop, that's... I don't like having my stuff destroyed by, what was it, Red Zone? Red Zone destroys. What's the other one? Gaia? Gaia gets them with anything they want. Then Absolute Power Force flips everything face down. And Red Dragon Archfiend will destroy all face down monsters, thus going through the protection of Flare Metal. Not that Flare Metal is really gonna make an appearance here, is it? My best chance is going to be what I got right here. Full Metal Dragon. And I bet I can bait them out, whatever negate they get. Dissipator. What the other one is. Who's the other one? Abyss? Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss? I can bait whatever it is out with Lordly Load. Oh, there they are. And the other Lordly Load can be used to get the Metalmorph Red Eyes. Metal Claws. Then I can set a Metalmorph with Full Metal. So that Metal Claws, there you are. So that Metal Claws can immediately become Full Metal. And we start dealing out some damage, hopefully. Okay, they actually got both out at the same time. So now it really matters on what I draw. Pretty much forget everything I said. I need something else to help me. So this does not destroy. Just negates the effects. We got Gaia and we got a face down. And I drew cards of the red stone? But it is only a monster effect. I'm just gonna use Lordly Load, because that's the thing they're gonna be most afraid of. Because if it's Blue Eyes, oh, they're not afraid. Okay. If I summon, they summon? Pretty much. Let's get Howl. Howl will be a good one. Is that, no, it's not. Okay. Then let's Activate cards. Send off this Red Eyes. Gonna stop that. No? I'll take the cards. Okay. Red Eyes Fusion. This negates effects, not activations. So, still trouble there. Who wants to go to the grave? I will send a clause. Next will be incoming machine. I'm just going through what things are going to be. Oh, you can add from the grave. What things are the least useful to me right now? I can try for Slash Dragon. See, I already have a normal Red Eyes in the grave. Target a card on the field. And they still have the negate. I'm gonna Red Eyes Fuse. I throw away every other summon for Red Eyes Fusion. You don't care. Or you do care. Well, what was the point of that? Full Metal. Sets a card. And set it right across from your Crimson Gaia. There are no banished monsters right now. This Howl needs to save me. So, I send in my turn. Here we go. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Summon it. Now, that should not affect the graveyard effect. But when do I use it? I'm kind of in the mood to just use it right away. Let's see if they don't. Peter, you're ugly. Get out of here. Full Metal Dragon. Awesome. You gotta say that one. Pretty cool. There goes that negate of yours. I'm not threatened. Yeah, bone. What are you doing, Loop? I don't really know what you do. Banish it. Add this card to your hand. Whatever. I only have one negate, and I need to make them worried about it. I can't just throw it out. That's a 7. Well, I don't have much. Wait, choices. Does this bring back from the banish? From graveyard. Maybe I should have stopped that one, though. Kill the monsters out of your hand. Red Rising. Now, Red Rising. They can go to a Synchro 10. Synchro 10... Well, this is set up for the Abyss, right? Or the Supernova. I'm gonna have to stop this. That might be impermanent, but Instigate means nothing, but let's see. And you can take that much damage. Do not talent my full metal. That's always the next thing I'm worried about. Anytime I throw any card effect. Well, there's Power Force. They didn't try to bait with that, so must be important to them. That's a Red Dragon Archfiend. Well, that's essentially Red Dragon Archfiend. Yeah, you can't summon the Supernova. So it's double piercing over 2,400. Why didn't it put everything in defense? Is it? It must be a different card. Well, okay. Still isn't great. Archfiend Bane. So summon a Red Dragon Archfiend. And then they can summon tuners if they inflict battle damage to me. Oh, man. The Bane gets the other Red Hot. Because it's also Red Dragon Archfiend in its name. My draw. That's what I was going to add with this Lordly Load. So I'm not sure what I'm going to add now. And that counters... That's going to counter Lordly Load. Because it's just going to get destroyed. Alright, got another Lordly Load here. Yeah, they're doing it. Just right away. So what's the idea? Well... Let's use load. Okay, red eyes coming out. Eventually ends on the next turn. Okay. To the end of the next turn. So I have nothing. I have nothing. I will set some cards. In an end. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I need Black Metal Dragon Search. And then this needs to go. This needs to not be here. It's just going to negate the Roar. And I need Roar to protect my poor Red Eyes from destruction by battle. And we will loop the hand. I think we're going to add a absolute power force. Double battle damage over a 600 defense monster. That'll be ridiculous for me. Yep, no one's doing anything in there. We're on the floor. So now they got 2 negates. It really doesn't matter. Because 1 negate shuts me down anyway. Red Dragon Archfiend. Oh, excuse me. Red Dragon Archfiend. I gotta use it. I'm gonna take 2,000 damage, but hopefully they don't negate this. It's bad I have to pay before anything happens. Hey, maybe this will help Black Metal. Because the activation negate is gone. So damage step, this can still search, and then I can lose anyway. Is all this necessary? Okay, battle. I just hope they summon again. I'm not sure why they would do that. But my Red Eye Soul is coming to my hand. Summon again? No? You didn't even attack with Red Dragon Archfiend. It's like Red Dragon Archfiend is my bane. I'm still tired of Bear on the floor. I always get mad when I see it. You can't summon anything else? There's nothing else to summon? Okay. Let's attempt a special summon of Black Meteor. Red Eyes to the grave. What a surprise. I'll chain this so they don't get quite as much. Red Eyes, Black Dragon. I was going to give them the additional card. Flare Metal. Makes us add. Max Metalmorph. I'm going to save that for when things get dangerous. I'm not going to do it right away. Though I could activate Flare Metal right now. This isn't useful right now. Am I worried? Let's see how worried I should be. Oh. Wow. A Slifer. No, I'm just gonna hold on. Just let them go on an adventure. What am I worried about from adventure? Wow, that activated and summoned at the same time. You owe me burn damage. If you have your token, target up to 2 cards your opponent controls. Give control of this card to your opponent. And if you do, return that card to the hand. Let's use Flare then. Man. I'm hoping... that's not how it works, is it? Definitely not. Control this card to your opponent. Turn that cards to the hand. I was kind of hoping this would dodge it, but it just by reading the effect, it seems like just because it's targeting 2 cards doesn't mean that it needs to. Should I go on defense? They do have Slifer. It can get quite large for itself. Yep, I know. Own this thing. I don't have Zoa with me. So I couldn't have turned this thing into Zoa. Okay. I actually take control of... Wait, who are you... Oh, you're reviving Slifer. Sure. Sure, summon Slifer. Primite hell. I don't have to declare the name of the monster I'm targeting. It's got 1,000 attack now. The Slifer is mine. Freaking cashier and everything. Should I negate it? I feel like that's a yes. Let's see, if they had a cashier, they would have already used it. Yeah? I'm thinking so. Yeah, alright. They wouldn't activate that for no reason. Let's see what that reason is. Oh, are you about to destroy it? Okay. Thanks, Slifer. I didn't... Wow. Slifer's on my side. Oh, this thing has to be sent to the graveyard. So I don't even have to give it back. Alright. What do I do now? They got to revive Sky God. To protect themselves. Okay. Sure. Go for it. I'll take some cards. Wow. I mean, I have the Dark Hole. Now, I like to say that this thing is original attack, so I cannot burn them with Slifer, because Slifer has 0. I'm going to add Red Ice Fusion to hand. I could Dark Ruler Slifer, but preferably I win right here. Let's load reload next. Maybe I should have stopped it, because who knows what they've drawn at this point. Primite Scream. Only thing I have left. Not that. Let's Dark Hole. My card is not destroyed, due to it being indestructible. Now then, how about a Rise Fusion? Oh, they're going to draw one card. But might as well save that for whatever battle effect they could possibly have. Or something that tries to stop Comet's effect. You know what? We're summoning Slash Dragon to get even more negate power. Ready to go. Slash Dragon. Equip Gear Free to yourself. And Full Metal. Finish it off. It's been a pretty good day for Primite Howl. Taking some real winners. This is good, given I have the chance to use any of these cards. That's not good. Because if this is Exodia, then... well, let's see what's added. Yeah. Alright, since this is Exodia, all my cards are going to be destroyed. So therefore, I really can't set a max metalmorph. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do for that. Okay. I'll give it a shot. As always. Gotta try. Man, 2 additional face downs to... I could get them to do it early. Azurune... Azurune. Okay, we're doing Hop Ear Squadron. What are they even here to do? They're synchro summoning. Level 10. It's pulling the floor. Oh. Oh, this thing was banned because it's boring? What a surprise. I am setting this card. Then activating Black Meteor. See if any baits are taken. Okay, you took that one. So I'm going to be unable to summon. There's Max Metalmorph. Alright, Roar. Roar for Red Eyes. Gets quick effect negated. Man, this is ridiculous, huh? Trivia Max Metamorph. Summon Claws. Effective Claws. To get Metamorph back. Let's see. Yeah, I need... They're holding on to it. Oh, what special summon a monster? When this card and monster is destroyed by battle, you can destroy the monster to destroy this card. Man, it's too bad I can only activate one Metalmorph, Max Metalmorph per turn. They let me do it. Alright. Okay. Look, I can severely weaken Exodia at the very least. And I also get full metal back. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Oh, dang. Oh, it has to send the summon. Alright, Return of the Red Eyes. Return. Red Eyes Black Full Metal. What? Why? Oh. No. But I tried so hard. Because this thing's a dark. Is that why? Is it a dark? Very light. Wait, what are you fusing? Oh, Exodia you're fusing. Is that it? 57? Yeah, that's it. It's gonna get destroyed by Baron, but actually I probably should have kept it. But it's not gonna matter. I have nothing. I went through everything. And this is the end result. Are they not even going to destroy it? Okay, they are. Yeah, they're just going to battle. Exodia didn't even get to attack. Didn't summon anything. I can't add Red Eyes Fusion yet. That is the end of the game. If you want to be fair to me, Sewer Polymerization, it took all... they had nothing left. Even the card in their hand, they had to discard. The Exodia piece. Just sure. I suppose I'm satisfied. I did everything I could. I don't think I did a single thing out of place. It's just... What can you do? I did lose that coin flip. I was told to go first. So we can all be worried for me. But dangers lie in that hand of cards. Hey, if I get to go... If I get to be where I want to be with this... Things should be fine. Remember to do this. Don't want to miss out. Nothing on that either. Nope, got something for that. No, nothing on that. Alright. It's like I'm just gonna be playing it really risky. Given that they didn't just stop what I did, makes me think that there is a Nibiru in that hand. Why did you do that? Oh, I don't have a normal monster in that grave yet. So I did miss out a bit. Let's grab one from the deck. Put it all together. Flare Metal Dragon. I was stopped at 2. Though if I had tried to summon Black Meteor before summoning this, I could have gotten more. Could have gotten one more. So that's a very unnecessary thing to do. Pretty sure these 2 are going to be plenty for my purposes here. And we got Despia here. I'll get rid of her. Yep, a branded fusion. There, 1,000. Maybe 3 is what I actually needed for this, because this is about to go poorly. Because if they summon something from the extra deck, they get to negate Flare Metal. Of course, you can do that. Both of my Flare Metals have 2 material. And this Flare Metal is going to be, or this Red Eyes is going to be indestructible by battle. And I got still 1 Flare Metal working. If this thing is used as fusion material, it comes back. Okay. So upon this resolution, they'll be at 4,000 life points. Oh, they actually are fusing those. They are fusing with it. Got a Searing Dragon. 500 for you. That's the last card in their hand. Another kit. Alright, the Fusion Summon monster is... definitely Mirror Jade. Definitely Mirror Jade. At this resolution, I'll have 3,000. There you go. No, nothing yet. I'm gonna bring back another Red Eyes. Both at 2,700. We'll go ahead. Oh, I was thinking maybe they'd go after one of the Red Eyes. Because they're going to be able to attack over both of the Flare Metals. Yep, down goes my flare metal. And here stays my red eyes. You cannot defeat my red eyes. Nope, doesn't matter how many times it's hit. My red eyes stays firm. Firmly in place. Now bring back the third one. Lose our attack boost, but it's fine. Oh, maybe that wasn't fine. I mean, I'm gonna red ice fuse anyway. I mean, if I red ice fuse, oh nice, nice cards of red stone. Do they have a branded opening in here? Branded fusion, branded opening. Fusion monster you control would be destroyed by a card effect. Banish this card from your graveyard instead. I am decided. You're summoning Dark Armed. Oh, you can't use your effect. That's right. I completely forgot about the thing's effect. One, two, three, four. Is there a way for me to get another one? Yes, there is. It's just so weird. And this is only... The fusion monster you control will be destroyed. So I destroy this thing. Banish. Flare metal. I probably should just get rid of it. Sure, Oh, you can attack too. Because your effect didn't go all the way through. I'm afraid that doesn't mean anything. Well, let's see what's next. Bit of burn. Just a little bit. And this Dark Arm is just to put the materials on the grave. Mirror Jade, send Mirror Jade. Should I use... No. No. If I use the Flare Metal effect, it doesn't force their hand into getting rid of it. I gotta... Getting a bad feeling from this Aluber. Adding a branded spell trap. Add that to the hand and fusion summon with it, which this thing's also going to be that 3,000 attack. If it gets fused with, it comes back. Unless it has to be on the field. Quertus. Oh, jeez. Should put him in defense. Really should have. Freaking Brandon lost on top of that. And you're coming back. It's too much damage. That's already 6,000 damage. And I just didn't think to put them in defense. Thought, you know, it'd be fine. We're better off putting him in attack. But not really. Where would I have gone from there? No, I was out of Dark Arm. I only played 2 of them. But Red Eyes Fusion, it would have been negated by that thing. Not sure. I put myself in a bad place. I just took full advantage. I'm really gonna put this much pressure on Lord Reload. It just doesn't work. I will just lose. Definitely. Maybe it's not definitely. I'm gonna put them together to a Flare Metal. I would have felt better going second on this. That's an impermanence. I've made a bad decision. Unless you have an impermanence to spare, you just made a bad decision. If I had cards of the red stone, that could have been a good thing for you to do. So we'll bring it back. Now I just have a non-negated flare metal for your turn. Every turn the red eye doesn't do anything. I drew another Lord Lilo. I'm just going to use this one first. You're very, very eager to negate this flare metal. And then you chain to it. Now, I'm just trying to understand what's going on over there. So you're negated. She's gonna tag into this Kaiser. Sending off their Jet Dragon. I'm giving myself Scream. And it's your go again. And he got Drone Lockbird. You ever think all these hand traps are bringing you down, Spades? Got Roaring Sage. Okay. Summoning Blue Eyes White Dragon. With a bit of burden to go with it. They're summoning their Sage. Now I'm just not going to do anything. Sure, Ad made it. You had to destroy one card. And you chose The indestructible one. Alright. Go to your red eyes. Guided reading. Can't target their stuff. Well, my cards don't target their stuff. At least this doesn't. Yeah, scream at it. It might be unaffected by trap cards, but it was not summoned yet. So, no Tyrant. However, now I can't stop the Spirit. Let's see, 10 card effects. Just 10 card effects. Just gotta activate 10 of those. So Muslim is going to count as 2. Alright, so... Man, just because they have Jet in the grave. That's making me worried about it. Okay, so you're summoning Blue Eyes. Bit more burn for you. Think they're gonna normal summon Maiden? No. Straight to battle. Well, I have no way to activate its effect. 3,000. You really think this is going to be easy, don't you? Oh, before that's destroyed, I'm going to bring back her Red Eyes. Yeah, just like that. In attack position. Because we are equal. Red Eyes does come to my hand. Also, now what? Can't let that happen. Go away. No maidens. Just this. Max Metalmorph. Alright, now some thinking. I can destroy Jet Dragon. Yeah, I can destroy Jet Dragon with Dark Armed. Or no, I can destroy Jet Dragon with Dark Hole. And then use Dark Armed. No, that won't work. Caught myself there. I won't be able to use the effects of special summon monsters. Ooh, I can lock them down. Can I just hold on to Dark Hole? I use Lordly Load. Is there an issue? I'll resummon the one you added to my hand. Oh, of course, they can use True Light. That's what they're threatening to do. And a Red Eyes. They said again, they said witches. Wishes. Not witches. They didn't say any witches, just wishes. Yeah, it's fine. I know I use Lordly Load, but because I have max metalmorph. As long as nothing stops my as long as nothing stops flare metal. All right, flare. Your turn. Go for it. Bring back my Red Eyes. And now, the card that will finish this game. Red Eyes Black, Full Metal Dragon. You can't beat this burn. You try to activate anything, and you're done. You gotta put all these in defense. I'm trying it. They didn't play anything in defense. This the end? Just gonna finish things up here? Yep. Looks like the power of your dragon will be your undoing. So I'll burn it. And you away. Well done. Although I believe they would have had a much better chance if they just didn't go after flare metal. I know flare metal is a big problem, but you gotta read the first part of it. Cannot be destroyed. Even after I got over the worst of it, I still couldn't really talk. As I'm feeling a lot more well. I mean, not the best, but I must commentate over Red Eyes. So I'm going to test out the voice over some replays. For this one, going first. Black Meteor, Lordly Load. Always a great start. Even if I gotta go in second card. That's a flare metal, if not two. It's certainly two, actually. Send out the Red Eyes, or summon Red Eyes with Roar. Now make sure to do the Roar before summoning the Meteor, or it won't work. Red Eyes coming in, another from the deck, and that's two flares. And who will challenge these two flares with the Spirit face down? It's Dark World. Which, we don't want to miss that. I got Howl, which I immediately got the discard to the graveyard. because of that kneelings. And Dark World, I'm sure you can assume, is very bad against Flare Metal. Because first you gotta activate a card to discard your cards. Yep, it's Grapha. And then you have to actually use the effect of that discarded monster. So it's a paying double. And they're already paying double because there's 2 flares currently here. This card will change the effect of anything I do, but it cannot change these continuous effects. So that making my abilities discard didn't do anything. And they also attempted to destroy a Flare Metal. We got 2 Graphas to activate their field spell. A bit more damage, but it doesn't seem worth it to me. And now they're attacking. And since they added this to my hand for me to discard, I can use it right now. Which they do have the counter. Let's watch that. They got Called by the Grave. However, that's your last card effect. Yeah, so a great showing for Flare Metal. This hand is not going to be nearly as good as it looks. Because you got a mandatory add from the Lordly Load, which is immediately met with Droll. So I'm not going to be able to search with either of these black metals. But black metal is not just used for searching. I can still equip it onto Flare Metal to give it that attack boost. And if it happens to get sent from the field, I will get the search on the next turn. So this is Live Twin. Because you know Live Twin, you know there are Light Fiends in it. So we know who's going to be joining us during this game. That's me just fasting to Tract. And Tract is adding Santa Claus. So of course there's another counter to Flare Metal, besides what Fiendsmith already does. But I do get a draw at the end phase. And they had a talent in their hand. So you had 2 extra cards. Or 1 extra card, so to exchange itself. Then we'll keep going. They're summoning. I'm going to use Red Ice Soul, because my Red Ice Spirit was threatened. So I'm going to bring Soul back to the field, as well as summon with it. So might as well get value while I can. So Rise is back. I can still burn with the Soul effect. And then it's Fiendsmith. Not very happy about it. Let's see, what that do? Did that bring back... Wow, I can bring back the Live Twin. It brings back any Light Fiend. It doesn't even have to be a Fiendsmith monster. Alright, so Soul's going to be destroyed. Just going to get the burn damage off. And then they use the Send effect of Fiendsmith. And then into... Who's a rank 6? Wave 5 Caesar is a rank 6. So he's got 2 negates of special summoning. Which Santa Claus, you know, you ruined a big part of my strategy, but I do get the Dark Ruler no more. I'm just going to set myself up with a Red Ice Fusion. And make sure to negate them first. So Wave 5 King Caesar cannot negate any special summons. However, since I just gave them a negated monster on the field, Iris can summon itself. Which Iris, if I use an effect that summons from any of these places, they get beneficial effects. And for Red Ice Fusion, that's destroying a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck. Which I do not have anything that can get around that. So I'm going to sub a defense. So I'm going to use this right away. I just name whatever, and they negate it. So there goes one of their special summon negates. And then I'm going to steal Wave King before they can start their turn. So if they try to special summon, but they can't. Or I can waste their resource. But they decide to just go right for the attack in this end of turn. Yeah, Lordy Low just gets negated, since it mentions the graveyard. But I'm going to go for the Red Ice Fusion. Now they're going to use Caesar, because this is a bluff for Dragoon. Because Dragoon can't be destroyed. So if I'm able to get that out, I would just win. Except not really, but that's for later. So I'm going to add Red Ice Fusion back to my hand. But I have no way of using this Drill Beam. So I'm going to have to wait a while before Red Ice Fusion is safe to use. Yeah, Fiendsmith. I start attacking my stuff in order to get that back. Metal. I'm going to go with Metal Claws. Black Metal into Metal Claws. And Sequence returns. For Desert. Actually, did they summon Sequence before? They didn't. Alright, so my draw was probably the best draw I could possibly get, which is the Black Metal Dragon, so you can use with Metal Claws. Send it away face down, get the search off of it for full metal. And so now Claws is able to become full metal. Now they're going to negate a card on the field. And if I summoned full metal, it would have been negated by the effect. Or if I don't, it's going to be able to negate Metal Claws, which will make this unactivatable the turn it's set. So I just let them negate Metal Claws. And then negate one of the Lordy Loads, but I can use one of my other two to summon Red Eyes. Alright, so I'm going to use Max Metalmorph as soon as possible. They're going to respond to it. This negates up to the number of the link monster that is equipped to it. But I don't know what link rating you're talking about. You don't have a link rating. So that's gone, which means Metalmorph is free to go through for full metal. Now Iris can respond to it, but I gotta negate this time. But face down is Forbidden Droplet, which just stops full metal. So no negate. And they still get 2 cards. And when they give it those 2 cards, they get a Kashtira monster, which they can use this Birth with. But since they normal summoned, I can use Roar. And I can banish any of these cards. So which one is best to banish here? Well, that's not the question that I asked myself. I asked myself, what's the worst one? Well, obviously. Because you see, there's a big problem with banishing Kashtira monsters. Because what I was thinking of was, this thing, if it attacks, it'll be able to banish from my deck face down. And I didn't want that. But I completely didn't think about this thing is pinning down Red Ice Fusion. And it wouldn't have just come back. So there was just no reason to go for Ogre. And now that I've done that, now they have 3 monsters to attack with. Which if I could just remove one, yeah. Red Eye's destroyed. I get my deck banished face down anyway. You know, I tried to stop it. And then one more attack from Desiree. Yeah. And I even banished their sequence, so this thing doesn't even have a negate anymore. The sequence can equip itself from the grave, but not from the banish. So I really did that to myself in the end. You know, despite all of their tricks to stop me from special summoning or having their multi-negate card. I'd say Ultimate Red Eyes did really well against this. It was just my error at the end. Sickness is just awful. Because eventually you are going to feel well. But you're going to have a backlog of all the things you weren't able to do. So you got to go through all that before you can catch up and move on. Which is to say why all these duels are outdated by a pack coming out. Why I wasn't able to get audio ready. Shown by this Supernova, the World Championship rewards are available. And then some more Fiendsmith. We got this that just starts them out as if they needed any more ways to start. And then this thing, even just its name is bothersome. Agnum Day, which is a potential for 3 more negates on a Desiree, along with giving it a attack boost times 600. And there's this thing that's more viable because of the first one, which sends cards to the graveyard and then allows to send a Fiendsmith card to the graveyard, which could be another send or burn damage. So this deck didn't have to deal with that. But I believe I'm going to be using this deck, quite a lot, because it's Ultimate Red Eyes. Now, why do I call it that when it does quite a bit of losing? Well, Ultimate is the best version of something. And this deck is not supposed to be overpowered, the best thing. There's no Dragoon here, the best Red Eyes card. This is for cards that can go alongside Red Eyes as supplements, not trying to take over the whole thing and push Red Eyes to the back. Because metalmorph, it won't work without Red Eyes. And it's got incredible bridges to the metalmorph cards with the Metal Claws and Full Metal. And then Primite just being all about normal monsters. Here's 3 right here. And I've talked plenty about the Primite and metalmorph at this point. Not really any reason to go over them again. I'd say that if you want to play Red Eyes, that this is the best way to do it. Because it puts up a fair fight without using any real cheap tactics. And there is Dark Ruler no more in this deck. When it comes to board breakers, I prefer those much more to hand traps. Because with a board breaker, your opponent gets to play. They get to set up all their cards and enjoy themselves for a bit. Which it can be annoying to get all your monster negates that just taken away from you. But what other choices are there if you're going to set up that many monster negates? Maybe you should have planned for something like a Dark Ruler to show up. And I prefer that over hand traps, which can just end a turn if they're just strong enough against the hand that you were dealt. What else against Ultimate Red Eyes? Well, it has enough tricks to keep things interesting. And really, whenever you're starting a game, you're not really sure what you're going to end with. But there's no best setup for this. I mean, you can get some Flare Metal Dragons with a Full Metal. That's probably the most ideal. But nothing's stopping you from, instead of fusing a Comet and then turning that into a Full Metal, and then they get some Red Eyes, and then that can go well with a Primite card. Because there's options. And there is another deck I have set up that I did actually play with while I was ill. And I used it in the dice rally. Yeah, I'm not going to miss out on the dice rally. Except maybe I should have. Because I kept landing on the +1 card squares. Which gives my opponent and I an additional card. Which when I get an additional card, oh cool, I got this trap a turn early, I can set that. But my opponent gets an additional card, it's several more interruptions to what I can do. It just was not balanced at all. This deck does not do as much with one extra card as what you can commonly see does. But it did really well against the decks it played against when on a half life points square. That was pretty unfair. Because that deck, it was playing Comet, it was playing Soul. That is so much burn damage. A Flare Metal, getting half the card effects you would have had normally. But that deck would have to be shown off some other time. Because we're still on Ultimate Red Eyes. And as for the World Championship, I'm just going to say that this deck does not have much chance of becoming the World Champion. I mean, hey, maybe I have the potential as a duelist to be the World Champion. I'm stuck here with you. You right there. Hey. I've chosen this and I keep going with it, so it's like I must enjoy it. Ultimate is Blue Eyes' thing. It's a word. I can use it.